Well, hello and half a day, everyone. Okay, as promised, we are gonna take a new route and give you guys a little bit of a new scenery here. It's about the same time in the evening as always. Gonna be heading to class, but I think that you guys deserve a little bit of a break from the ordinary. So here we are. The normal route that I take is called back road. For those of you guys who are familiar with Guam, that's the back road to Anderson that I take, cutting through the village of Manila to get to school. This route, we are leaving Derido right now, and this street is called Alligator Street, which in Chamorro means avocado. So this is Avocado Street in English, and we're heading to Route 16, which will cut through Barragata Heights, Radio Barragata, the backside, and then it'll take us to Manila, which is where the Guam Community College and the University of Guam is located. And if you scroll through my other videos, I think I have a video that I took going all the way down to the south, or was it from the south up to the north? That was from the village of Santa Rita to Derido, and I think on that one I took Route 1, which is our main highway, which starts from Anderson Air Force Base and takes you down to Big Navy, which is kind of the center of the island, but they call it the southern part of the island, but it's really central, and that's called Route 1, which they named Marine Drive, and then they changed it recently to Marine Corps Drive, after the Marine Corps, to honor the Marine Corps, which came to Guam back in July 21st, 1944, to liberate the island of Guam. And then eventually they went on to island hop the rest of the islands. I think it was Guam, and then I believe it was Iwo Jima was next, if I'm not mistaken. And then they took Iwo Jima so that they can have a emergency landing for the bombers flying from Guam, Tinian, and Saipan to go bomb Japan. And some of them couldn't make it all the way home because of damage, so they would have Midway to kind of help them out. One thing about this bike is it doesn't like to stop. It gets hot quick. Yep, European cars, European bikes. don't like the heat. It's not really a good thing to be 13 degrees north of the equator because it's nothing but heat. But if we're moving, it's okay. And if you look over there, that's the Guam International Airport. I don't know how well we can see it, but we tried. This is Barragata Heights to our left, and for those of you who haven't been here in a while, say in the last 10 years, it's really changed. So the Route 16, the road that we're on, its purpose is actually to kind of run parallel to Route 1, but more towards the middle of the island. And it'll kind of take you to the east side of the island. Which is towards the Manila area. But if you keep following Route 16, I believe it turns into another road, and then it's one road, but it turns into another name, and then you end up at the end of it at Marine Drive, I believe. I think that's what happens to Route 16, is it stops and, you know, just like the 405 and the 5, I think, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. You guys know what I mean. To our left is the Army National Guard Readiness Center. So we're headquarters of the Guam Army National Guard. To the right is Tizen. It used to be Naval Air Station. Too bad they don't have smells on camera, because I just passed by like an amazing barbecue. For those of you who haven't tried island food, or at least Chamorro food, I was about to say Guamanian food, but it's Chamorro food. Man, our barbecue is hard to beat. It's mostly soy sauce and vinegar based for our marination, and it turns out amazing. Don't forget the onions. See, every time we stop like this, I used to have a fan in here, but I had to disconnect it. But I think I need to reconnect it, because every time we stop like this in traffic, the bike just heats up, and that's one reason why I always take the other way, is because we're constantly moving. There's no lights on that side. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just shut this off right now. There you go. Save a little gas, you know, conserve a little. Mostly to avoid from overheating, but if I had a fan, it wouldn't be a problem. And actually what I did was instead of, they have a fan kit But instead of doing that, I bought a PC fan off of eBay, and I wired it to a switch on my handlebar, and that's what I use to turn it on and off. Okay, I think we're up next. Any day now. Woo! Instant AC. So anyway, we turned left there, which now brings us to the east side of the island. If we kept going straight, it would have just taken us to back into Route 1, which is next to the west side of Guam. And pretty much Marine Drive just follows the west side of Guam along the beach. There always has to be a car like this. Doesn't know whether to go fast or slow. That's why I like the California law of lane splitting. I really think they need to implement that here. They just need a motorcycle riding senator who's open-minded. And then for those of you who don't know, another fun fact here, per capita, Guam and the other territories send more soldiers to war, to the armed services, than any other state. Funny because a lot of people in the States don't even know about Guam or the rest of the other island territories. But we sure do send a lot of people to protect them. But on the other hand, what's cool is they kind of get that education when the boys who are stationed here get to live here and experience the island life a little bit here on Guam. It's kind of an exchange student program. And I gotta tell you, for the most part, they love it here. And now we're cutting in to towards school, so this is where I'm gonna cut you guys off. Again, thanks for watching. Like I said, this weekend we're gonna try and get those other ones done. I already planned 2 rides to take you guys on other routes. One is through Dededo, and then we'll see whether we go more north or more south from there. I guess we'll just follow the road. But once again, thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys as my audience, and anything else I could fix or change to help your viewing experience, please let me know. Once again, peace out.